Hello! It is the weekend. How are you this fine Saturday afternoon? I hope you have been having a good weekend so far. It will be no surprise to you that we are playing some more Dragon Age today. Dragon Age Inquisition. We're currently in Valimar, which is where we ended off the last stream. So we just need to complete what we're doing in Valimar. And then we are going to the Winter Palace. We are going to do Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. It's going to be a main quest Saturday today. I'm not sure if we'll complete the quest today, because, you know, it, as far as I remember, there's quite a lot that we can do. So I guess it depends on how much of it we decide to do. But that's the main plan for today, to go... Hi Phil, how are you today? I hope you've had a good weekend so far. But yeah, the plan for today is to mainly do that quest and see how far we get. But it might not be a one stream quest. I'm not quite sure. Oh, hello. Let's start with a nice fight.
Someone help!
Don't run away. Positivity, we will complete it though. Okay, we'll see, we'll see.
Dead!
Another Herlock arrow. Right, where do we go now? Shall we go down here? Is this where we want to be?
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
I'll just let
Seriously,
them finish talking
if you died
before
in
we
that
go
mess,
through this
I'd have
door.
come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Okay, they finished. Let's go.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You built doors here.
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave.
I've made a few trips down the deep roads in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
You were waiting to do that.
Admit it. You've been waiting to do that
approval
since
from
we
Varric.
arrived.
Of course I was.
Right, let's go.
After you.
Ooh, there's a ton of them. Let's stealth it up then. Wow, so many! Take them all by surprise.
Die! What happened?
Another one. Yay! Right, let's loot.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
Remind me before we... Oh dear. That was interesting. I should probably, take a health potion there. Healing potion. My bad. Right, okay. Now let's read. Our first reading of the day. Apparently nothing to read. Right, let's go through here. Oh, you have the house to yourself to watch on the big TV. That's good. Dragon Age is always good on a big TV. Right, let's go. More people. I haven't stealthed it up. I'm just going straight for them. there quickly. Getting myself into trouble today. I keep standing where I shouldn't be standing. And there's this one over here. Let's get you. There we go. Perfect.
You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartran's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
Right. Paragon's luster. Ooh, more loot that I missed. And again. Everything okay with the stream? It looks okay my end. So much red lyrium. Although this is sort of the point of this quest. All looks good here. Good, good. That is good news. I want to loot this. It's not letting me loot this. There we go. Hi Melissa, how are you today? Let's get this key. You can see the loot even clearer now. There's a lot of it that you'll be seeing today.
We won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
They had your key.
That's exactly like your key. How did they get a copy?
Well, funny story. When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to help your brother, don't you? I just wanted to figure it out.
You're not saying everything.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... It has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this woman, Jonica. She seemed really eager to help with my research. So I gave her a key.
Janica? The warden who was trying to control Corypheus? Maker's breath. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
You put this on us.
You told Varric you had a lead, so we'd straighten out your mistake.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Let's agree with Varric.
The red lyrium is out. Closing this entrance won't undo that.
We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Poor Varric.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
Yep, cute couple. I'm glad you feel good now and relieved. I'm glad you feel relieved now. It's good sometimes to, yes, blow off steam, as you say. Right, so now we go home. Let's go back to Skyhold and speak to Varric. Ooh, there's another...
The Darkspawn are coming up through here.
We must speed it off.
Okay, let's seal it up. Somebody energize that in a minute. Ow. Don't attack me. I'm gonna die. Let's health it up. Gonna be here for days. Nearly done. There we go.
One down!
Okay. Perfect. So, let's loot and then let's get Solus or Dorian. Is Dorian here? Dorian is... That's Varric and he's... Okay. There's the energized bit.
Let's hope that holds the darkspawn back.
Yay! Okay, Dorian isn't here. Let's work out how to get out. Ooh, shall I go in? This is bugged. Yeah, Varric was just... I think I had a couple of bugs right at the start of the game as well. Right at the start of the stream. So, this bodes well for later. Okay. I know where we are now. Yeah, it's a good quest name. One of those never gotten fixed bugs. Oh dear. Ooh, some Drakestone. There's an awful lot of never gotten fixed bugs in Dragon Age. Right, let's go! Varric's quests are all named similarly. How do we get out? That's how we get out. I'm going round in circles now. This is getting silly. Okay, let me put a thingamy there so I don't keep getting lost. Okay, now I'm going in the right direction. Lots of features. Right, the hinterlands, yay. So, back to Skyhold, speak to Varric, get rid of some of our loot, and then let's go to the Winter Palace. Yeah, that did go okay. It wasn't too long that we were here doing this quest. Right, quest map, world map, Skyhold. Yes, the more time we get to spend in doing Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts today, the better. So just have a quick chat with Varric to see how he is. Hopefully. You know, these things tend to escalate. Right. Varric, hopefully you are where you are supposed to be. Because everybody tends to wander around a lot. There we go.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here,
Always
I knew.
drama.
I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig.
Tig.
I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
I've been pronouncing Tig wrong for a while. Nobody is.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is... I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
No you wouldn't.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
There is this ram-bam sound when a quest is finished and the Destroy Red Lyrium quest is broken, so after the last one the quest end sound plays in a loop forever. Fantastic. Oh, that does sound fantastic. Remind me not to finish the Destroy Red Lyrium quest. More power. Yes, be ready with the mute button. What can I do? Let's sell what we don't need. Good. No creature research items. I guess I should see if there's any better loot for anyone before I put it all away. So let me just do that quickly. We have some new weapons. Oh, we have a lot of new weapons. Cassandra. I've already given Cassandra a new weapon. What am I doing? Cassandra, weapons. Let me go out of here a second. This seems weird. I have you on surround sound. I keep thinking someone is behind me. Oh no! That's exciting. Okay, so... this is better. Okay, I was being weird. I was just being weird. Nothing was wrong. Ooh, we've got some more bows. I might turn it off. It's a bit too immersive. Yeah, don't want to get scared and distracted. That was my problem. I was like, why isn't it showing which two-handed weapon Cassandra has? And it's because she wasn't using a two-handed weapon. Perfect. I'm doing so well at the start of the stream. Anything better for anyone? It looks like we're pretty good, which is nice. But I'm definitely going to be getting rid of some of these two-handed weapons. Right. Armour. We did sort out weapons last stream, but because we got a lot of loot in Valimar, I just want to make sure that we've got the best stuff before I put a bunch of stuff in storage, because we've currently got 55 of 90 filled. So I just want to check that everybody's wearing good stuff before I go put the stuff that we've just got in Valimar in the storage container. But I won't be long, because as you say, we did it we did it last stream, so I don't need to go into too much detail. But I mean, look, Blackwell can have a better. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, I believe I'll be getting plenty of loot at the Winter Palace, so I don't want to run out of space, especially as time could be an issue. I use headphones without cord. I strangulated myself when I forgot about the cord. Oh, yep, I have It's really dangerous. You can trip and have the cord around your neck while you keep falling. Yeah. I guess I'm quite lucky because my cord detaches, so that's something. What was I? Vivienne. Right, Varric. Ooh, Varric can have a better coat. Perfect. And Bull. Ooh, Bull can have something better. Look at all these fancy armors. Right. Reinforced Vanguard coat. Let's just check helmet-wise. Oh, Bull can have a new helmet. It's very rare that Bull can have a new helmet, so yay. This is a good day for Iron Bull. Right, now let's put stuff in storage. Inventory. Right. Examine. Get rid of Vidafis. And the greatsword. And the heavy axe. We don't need so much of this stuff. 156 is the best, so get rid of the 151. And 11. I will still keep Bull's Edge. Now we're into staffs, so don't need a 68 because there's an 86. On to blades, definitely don't need that 152. On to bows now, get rid of the 102. The 93 definitely, and we don't need a 12 shield. Get rid of the Sheikah shield as well. And then armor. That's the what Bull just got rid of, so we can get rid of that. Enchanter coat. Doesn't look like we're going to need that very much. Medium armor. Get rid of the 107. Heavy armor, there's a 120, 133, 132, 103, rings, anything. Gosh, there's so many rings now. See if there's any duplicates. Runes are so expensive. I remember I added a mod that allowed me to remove runes. Oh, cool. I always forget to add runes to things. I go on a major expedition and find out my pockets are full and everyone is in their PJs. Yep, don't want that. I feel like I should get rid of some of these, to be honest. I don't use tonics, I can deposit that. Always forget about tonics. Probably only so many of these that I need as well. Let's just randomly get rid of stuff. 35 out of 90, that's probably fine. Not usually it's prettier hair, more inventory space, bug fixes and removal for everything that annoys me. That sounds cool. Right, 35 out of 90 is probably fine. I hope. I mean, I could deposit these to be fair, because if I do want them, then I can always just come back and get them. Let's do that. I don't want to run out of space. Or have to worry about running out of space. So let's just deposit all of these upgrades. And then if I want to upgrade something, I can come back here. It's all good. It's all good. Better PJs for my Inquisitor and Skyhold. Yeah, there's not one of the Skyhold PJ options which I really like. But I tend to normally go for these ones. Oh, Josephine.
Inquisitor,
What happened here?
the House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Are you okay?
Are you sure they didn't hurt you?
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Okay.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these
Yes,
Duparakets
Colin, how did this happen?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay. Well, we're going into the war room anyway, so let's continue. And let's save first, quickly. We're on 41 power. This is quite high for me. I mean, it's going to go down in a moment because we're about to use 30 of it, but... Right, let's see what's been happening while we've been away. The name of our enemy. Oh, this is Dorian's quest. Our agent, a mage named Sidney, returned from Minrathous successful in her task. She posed as a Magister's assistant, bluffing her way into the Magisterium's library to ostensibly perform research and managed to acquire not only the Liberalum, but also a number of other mystical tomes, all without leaving any evidence that traces back to the Inquisition. It may take some time for Dorian to go through the Liberalum, but he is optimistic that something within will prove of use. Okay, let's accept that. Did we talk to Giselle? I don't remember who Giselle is. So... Who is Giselle? Where would I find Giselle? I'm terrible at names. I mean, you probably noticed because I keep calling Josephine everything but Josephine. Getting a judge's favour. Inquisitor, Judge Ord has signed the papers we need to present the Duparakets as nobility again. There is now only one step left, and Royal Minister must ratify them. Please come see me when you have a chance. I guess that's what I need to do. The judge passes on his compliments, by the way. Apparently the hunt was a marvellous bit of sport, and our soldiers acquitted themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. The infirmary reassures me the injured will make a full recovery. Josephine, accept report. A memorial for Haven. Ambassador Montilier, please convey my thanks to the Inquisitor. The Inquisition soldiers were of great help in clearing the area for the memorial's construction, and the sight of their uniforms raised spirits immeasurably. The monument will stand forever as a testament to the strength and fortitude of the faithful. Marquis de Relion. She's in the garden. Oh, Mother Giselle. Okay, I know who you mean. Yes. Then let's just do these, and then we'll go and speak to... Oh, that's the thing that we need to do for Dagnar. An official request made officially. The Inquisitor has suffered exposure to the tears of the Veil and the energy of the Fade. To properly help her endure these forces, I need to understand them. I need samples, I need remnants, I need to see. If it pleases, I request the resources for a grand experiment to peer through the Veil, or as far as I can. It's an expensive investment, I know, but it's necessary, and it's only fair. I need to see. I wrote that twice. It's important to me. Arcanist. Dagnar. Sketch below, flowers and fire. Right. Who shall do this? Looks like Leliana. She'll have what she needs. I expect it would be difficult to keep it from her.
Inquisitor.
Cool. Let me just get things to do for everybody, and then we'll go to talk to Giselle, and I guess Josephine. And then we will go and do our quest. Friend in Cavernous, an offer of help on their terms. Secure a water source. Improving morale. Might have to go back out and come... Oh, no, we've done that. Right. Yep, I wrote that twice. Right, let's go talk to Josephine, I guess. Yes, that is a polite way of saying it. Right.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
She's just
What's the
told
next
us what our
favor
next
we
move
need
is.
to get these du paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank.
Minister Belize.
The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Okay, so that's what we'll need to do. That's why I thought I might have to go out and come back in again, and that was the case, so I'm glad. Right, let's go find Mother Giselle. Let's just go. Gathering resources is so awful. It takes 15 minutes for 3 herbs. You can go to the map and do it yourself in half the time. Yup. Right, Mother Giselle.
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Leliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
I learned the truth.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
I'm so sorry. That must have come as quite a shock.
It doesn't matter.
I don't have time to dwell on it. We have a war to fight.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith and belief, and simply pray for your success, Inquisitor. It is wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
Is there anything? He will be the next divine.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. As Inquisitor, your actions carry weight. You may affect the decision whether you intend to or not. Whoever is chosen needs your support. No one else has accomplished anything against Corypheus.
Okay. How are the people?
I'd like
And then
information on
let's go.
how the fight against Corypheus is affecting the common folk.
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
Let's go.
Farewell.
Right.
Be well, Inquisitor.
Let's now go back to the war table. And we can do that thing for Josephine while we're on our way. Right. Good shout. Thank you for reminding me about Giselle, because I wouldn't have talked to her before we went to see. Yeah, it is interesting. Power and control is more important than true faiths. They will stick to the full story of she being the herald. Yep. It's funny, I don't tend to play very religious Inquisitors. I think only a couple of mine have had any sort of religion. I mean, or been very devout, might be a better way of putting it.
Our soldiers handled themselves
Speak
well
with
in
names to
Adamant.
the party, that's what
We've
we
come a
want.
long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Because people wouldn't understand, of course, of course. Right, this is what we need to do. Ambassador Montilier, forgive the late reply. Wonderful as it is to hear from you, I have just ridden from trouble in the Dales. The Civil War has made managing my holdings even more difficult. It would be much easier if I had the ear of the Council of Heralds, but alas, fortune has left me poor in that regard. The Inquisitor is always welcome at one of my humble fates. I only regret that it may not be as grand as I would like. Please, dear lady, promise me you will warn her worship that my preoccupation will preclude a rich evening with my guests. With deep regard, Marquis Wiscott. Right, and then Josephine says, the Marquis is clearly fishing for an introduction to the council before you attend his party. I will arrange one. Yay.
Let us begin.
Right, now let's give Cullen something to do while we're off at the party.
The city has agreed to send us 6 guardsmen.
Not raw recruits. With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
Secure a source of water. That's probably a good idea. I'm very religious in my game. I'm telling everyone I am the chosen one. Cool. That's a good character choice. The Griffin Wing outpost has some access to water, but not enough to sustain the number of people there for a significant amount of time. The situation is not desperate, but if we are to maintain a presence in the western approach, the outpost will require access to fresh water. We should locate a reliable source as soon as possible. Great, Cullen, this should be a high priority. A group of soldiers can be sent to locate and secure a water source for the outpost. Great.
To work?
Yes, thank you, Cullen. Now let's go. I just tell everyone what they want to hear. Tends to be what I do as well, to be honest. Right, an assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Sharal, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus's assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. Let's go! Yeah, so they follow me around, exactly.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
This is my favourite quest, and I
We
use
know
a mod
how.
to fix it.
I
Ooh.
have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Lorian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Okay, let's find out everything we can.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the
I've
throne
never
when Emperor
completed
Florian
this
died.
quest.
Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Okay. Tell me about Briala.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briella is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briella could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Okay. And now Celine?
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Okay, let's go.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Yeah, I always slightly do stuff in the wrong order where I can't, like, go back and finish stuff and all sorts of things in this quest, so... Might not be a very complete playthrough that we're doing in terms of Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, so we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how it goes. Right, I've already read this, so I don't need to read it again. Let's go! Yeah, you can't collect all coins or letters, etc. Right, who shall I take? I should take Solus because he is our love interest. And we should have a warrior. So Bull or Cassandra, both I quite enjoy at the Winter Palace. Maybe I should take Dorian as an extra mage, but who of Cassandra and Bull? Would be quite cool to have, like, very few humans in the party. Could be just, like, mainly elves, a Kunari, and a human. That could be cool. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll go for Bull, although Cassandra is good as well. Are we happy with this party? I'm pretty happy. Trying to remember from the last time I did this. So I've got Rogue, 2 mages, and a warrior. Vivienne's quite good as well, but I'd prefer Dorian. I think everyone wants to go. Yeah, exactly. I'll just take these. I'll just go with this. And then it'll be fun. I guess I won't have the trouble with not being able to speak to Varric. It would be silly to take Varric anyway, I think, because I'm a rogue. Viv is a must. Well, in that case, I'd have to leave Dorian. I mean, she is good at the Winter Palace. Yeah, it is her area of expertise, I agree. And I guess that still gives me 1 human. The only problem with Vivian is that I don't take her out very much, so she hasn't got as much power. Solus is not needed. Well, he's the love interest, so I kind of do want to take Solus. He's Laura's romantic interest. Yeah, okay, then let's... So this is just for cuddles between fights. Something like that. Go with 3 mages. So leave Iron Bull and take 3 mages. There's no real combat, yeah. There's not any doors to... There's not any walls to break down, is there? I don't remember anything. Okay, that could be fun. Let's go with a 3 mage party. Yes. Yeah, 3 mages does sound fun. It means I'm the only melee, though. But it'll be fine. That'll be fine. So I prefer to have Dorian than to have Bull, I guess. So let's do that. I think we found a solution. Hopefully. Yeah, 85% approval. We'll see how we go in terms of approval, because I'll be down to start with because I'm an elf. But I normally do okay with approval. Like I normally, if I play through it the way I normally do, I should be okay. Okay, let's go with 3 mages. We did it. We made a party. That was good. That was... cool. Yeah. I normally do what I'm trying to speak without spoilers. I normally do what you're saying in that comment, Melissa.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity. If not a clear advantage.
180 in total. That's good to know. I've got to 100 a couple of times.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor
always
of
reassuring.
Orlais.
We were supposed to be like...
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Nice.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I'm glad to help.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
It's worth investigating.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's where I lose my approval the most.
An elf savage? Oh, Maker forbid!
This is Gaspard's idea of a joke.
Critical eye. So, I've just lost -10 by being an elf.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in
Let's
the
speak
day?
to the noblewoman.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That sounds serious.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out,
Yeah,
make her
harsh.
have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Let's go look for the ring.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Pick up ring. And I'll give it to her.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
I found it. Court approval. I just gained court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is, the better.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification.
You wear gloves,
How
lady.
can I thank you enough?
Okay. A good start. Now let's have a look around.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
What is Gaspard up to? Wouldn't surprise me if he brought me his
Ooh, a plaque. The Winter Palace, the Verciel Fountain. Emperor Judiciel the First commissioned this massive fountain to commemorate House Valmont's historic victory against Xavier Dracan. The 4 lions represent Emperor Alphonse Valmont and his 3 younger brothers, Duke Isidore d'Alençon, Duke Yvon of Saverne, and Duke Stéphane of Valmontaigne, who took the field against the usurper. My half-hearted attempt at a French accent. Right, let's go up the stairs. And look at this diamond. There's a diamond, excuse
It's
me.
been too long since I've had any word from Valoyaux.
Statuettes. Requires more Hala statues. Right, let's have a look around here then.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the dens?
Requires storage key. Let's go up these stairs then. Excuse me, milady. Approach the talking nobles.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
That went well. Find a safe spot to eavesdrop. That might be downstairs again, I guess. Oh, here's a safe spot to eavesdrop.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
My spy said the...
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend.
Pray, my friend.
If the
to make
Maker
it
does
as-
not hear us
now,
now,
just pray.
just pray.
Okay. we got that storage key for down below. Ah, yeah, so Javier. Cool. Yeah, my pronunciation is never okay. But I guess Javier is one that I should have known. Let's have a look in here. Loot. Secret research. And once more, Caprice coin. Right. Is there anything else I can do? Oh, I can go up here. I haven't been up here yet. Color statuette. So I can look in that storage room. Let's just check if there's anything else.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyo.
I think it's Spanish or French. They use different pronunciations for Latin letters to annoy us for a special. Yeah. What am I doing? Walk around the pillar, do not try to walk into it. Right, so let's have a look in this storage room before we go inside.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Pretty. Okay. Already a good start loot-wise. I guess we go inside. Think I've done everything. Let me just check on the map. Pretty much done everything. Yeah. Not a fan of these social events. I always end up in the kitchen raiding the fridge. I've got to be a...
Where has that servant gone?
I've got to be nice to everyone. Ugh. Right.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Oh, sorry. I will be careful.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
Best warn the others.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning.
I'll have a few discreet words.
Thank you, Josephine.
Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
Right. Now it all starts. We're an hour in. And we've got to the ball. Anything to look at while we're here? A door? I'm nervous. I'm nervous too. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, let's go. Whoops. Don't be nervous, Josie. The worst that can happen is they kick us out and we kill everyone in a big combat fight.
Gaspar never struck me as
Exactly.
pious. You must
Nothing
think he
can go
gains military
wrong.
advantage with the Inquisition.
I need to have this jacket let out a little.
Trying
It
to...
will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
Thank you. Shall we speak?
I can hardly believe Gaspar and Celine are in the same room.
Shall we speak?
Grand Duchess Florian must have
How
worked
could
a
the
miracle
Empress
to get
afford
them
to
here.
renovate the palace with a war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Anything? Requires Royal Wing key.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations?
Read the plaque.
Majesty King Aramon has made
The
considerable
Grand Library of Halam Shiral, the Winter Palace's collection of book, is one of the world's largest. Only the library of the University of LA and the Imperial Palace Library compare. Famed cabinet maker Gustave of Valfontaine designed and built the shelves, the finest examples of his marquetry technique, still in existence. Locked from the other side. Locked from the other side. There was a great bug once when you go outside the first time. The game gave your characters the wrong outfit and weapons, like you get a staff while it gets a sword. That sounds pretty fantastic. Ooh. Let's eavesdrop.
Just gossip.
Ah, might have to come back there later.
Can Gaspar take this?
No.
Good to know.
Oh, good. A scandalous secret.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's
Ooh.
obviously just
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
My bad. Right, I guess I'm gonna have to go inside. Oh, let's speak to Grand Duke Gaspard, I guess. Yeah, couldn't make out those whispers. But I'm sure they were very useful.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Madame Vivienne, First Enchanter of the Circle of Magi, Enchanter of the Imperial Court, Mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, Lord Dorian Pavus, Member of the Circle of Arantium, son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel, the Lady Inquisitor's elven serving man, Solus, Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, Commander of the Forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Okay, I didn't want to get to the end before everybody was introduced.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Beautiful bow.
Inquisitor.
Gaspard.
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
Learning how to pronounce
What an
all sorts of
unexpected
things.
pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
It's an honor.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Haram Shiral?
It is lovely.
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Nice bow and retreat.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
$45.
Tell me, Yvette, how
Good.
are Mama and Papa?
Right.
Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
In the studio, Mother is the same as always.
Who's Eleanor? Do you mean Alora?
Believe the Inquisition feel its ranks with
I like that they added Lord/Lady or him, her, etc. In Origins they use some weird impersonal sentences.
More of the estate's duties.
Right, let's go
Do stop slouching.
speak to people.
Henry Vaney, Ambassador to the Imperial Court.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
A pleasure. Or another.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas, can there?
It's the royal we.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
I am afraid not.
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would
Oh,
forget
your
to
Inquisitor
mention
is
the
Eleanor.
artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Who would you support here?
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Okay. How is the evening?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Please continue.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Arroyo must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Okay. Any tales about Josephine?
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette,
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
no.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
Huh. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Right, so we need to speak to everybody. Let's have a look at the map. So, we have Josephine there. Leliana up there. Vivienne. Cullen. Let's wander around and speak to everyone.
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
Let's enjoy the ball.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the
Smile,
faith by
Commander.
Andraste? You're so handsome when you smile.
I heard
He's
Celine
just
was
as
having
handsome
the
when he's
entire
not.
wing redecorated.
Please,
But the
Inquisitor,
timing is atrocious.
did you need something?
Why
The sooner
would
we
she do
track
such
down
a
this
thing
infiltrator,
now?
the better.
You have admirers.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
Not enjoying the party.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Let's leave him to
We'll
his
talk later.
admirers.
I await your signal.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. Such a pity the wing is sealed.
Guess we should be speaking to the Dowager.
Laurent was the love of my life. Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Okay. Oh, Vivienne. Let's speak to Vivienne.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Thanks, Vivienne. Oh, we can ask about the masks.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Have you seen anything?
Anything happening I should know?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him.
You're having fun?
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Any advice?
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Who do you support?
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
I'm less creative. I always stick to Nuriel in all games. I guess that solves...
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Saves confusion.
Always, my dear.
Okay. It looks like we're going to
Get
speak
these
to...
pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Let's go speak to Leliana then. Ah, Nuriel is Elven for Melissa. That's awesome. That's really good. There's a website that translates names. I'll have to
Good.
go and have a look.
I was hoping it would catch you.
What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
There's an apostate at court?
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That is worth investigating.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start.
Like
I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okie dokie. Explore the Grand Library for information and investigate Briala's agents. Okay. Let's have a look at the map. So, where are we off to? We're going to need to find Solus and Dorian. Right, I'm going to get lost in this ballroom. Ooh, a trophy room is that way. Question elven servants.
I should look around.
You should. And a coin. Should I be going to the servants' quarters? I didn't think I could do that.
Leave us.
I will, and I'll go and stand somewhere where I can hear you. Rochendi.
In the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Okay. Upper guest wing. Ooh, there's Solus.
I do adore the heady blend of power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian ball than I'd have expected.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fate. The powerful have always been the same. Only the costumes change.
Do you see anything?
Have you seen anything useful?
No, sadly.
It does sound
I do not have
fancy,
the
I
look
agree.
of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
Funny you should say that.
Have you encountered any trouble with the nobles?
The Orlesians do not quite know what to make of me. I have kept to myself, for fear of giving them some purchase to cling to. The food and drink are excellent, however, and the servants have been happy to refill my glass.
Okay.
I'll be back.
And well.
Okay.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Oh, hello.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have
Yep,
a word?
he's wearing a fancy
It is
hat.
very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I am happy to hear from her.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let's stay...
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Right. Let's have a wee look around here.
Did you need something?
Apparently not. Dorian, there you are.
This is all so familiar. I half expect my mother to materialize from the crowd and criticize my manners.
Is this how the elite of Tevinter carry on?
You could almost mistake this for a soiree in the Imperium. The same double-dealing, elegant poison canapes. It's lacking only a few sacrificial slaves and some blood magic. But the night is still young.
Have you seen anything I should know about?
Did you see what that Marquis is wearing? That suit is a greater crime than anything we're looking for.
What if your mother were actually here? Where'd we be then?
Short one mage after he's dragged out by his earlobe.
I'm having difficulty picturing that.
Picture me a young boy of 5 years, then. She certainly always has.
I appreciate that you were willing to come here.
And expose myself to all this exquisite finery and exotic wines? Such hardship.
Not everyone's likely to be friendly. That's all I meant.
It's true. You'd think I smelled of cabbages the way they wrinkle their noses. It's of no concern, but thank you.
Right.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
I guess that's...
interesting.
Eavesdropping again?
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was
Certainly
blood on the
blood on the
tiles.
tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is
I
Celine.
can't hear what they're saying, and the subtitles isn't helping. Anything else?
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's sped up estate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
I'm sure that's very interesting. Ooh, fun. I've not been in here before. I guess this is the door that I can't open yet. One of those wonderful features we were talking about.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Ooh, we can toss some coins. The Lady of Regrets, for the wisest lady in all the land, the cry is called, come one and all, to hear words like jewels, bright with meaning and grand purpose. When all had come and gathered near, the lady spoke, beyond us is a field empty of rightness and wrong. There you may find me, my soul unarmoured, and my shield shrouded by my tears. For those who yet say, no regrets, let sorrow water what's dear. Wisdom cannot grow in the barren sand.
Lady
Toss
Nightingale
coin.
makes me nervous.
Ooh, I can get court approval by tossing these coins. Looks like I'll be doing that a bit then.
Where has that servant?
That's where she went. Whispering.
Boring.
Okay, not so useful then. But if I come back later, there might be some useful information. So I think I need to go over here.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
Right, let's do this. Very quickly. Court approval. Exploring the off-limit spaces of the palace can yield rewards, but take care not to be gone too long. When you're absent from the party, people notice and your court approval will drop. Okay, let's be super quick. $146. Okay. This way. This way. Pull the book. What just happened? Pick up letter. Lady M, I need you at my side tonight. The unpleasantness in the Royal Wing has convinced me there is no safety within the palace. I do not expect my cousin to employ magic, but I would hardly be surprised if he provoked another infestation. Since my court enchanter is not here to assist me, I must rely entirely upon you. There is no one else I can trust. Celine. You were wild with the elf name generator. Light veil fire. Okay. Oh, it's supposed to be a certain order, isn't it? Can never remember the order. Gone too long. Okay. Take secret love letter. Perfect. Okay. Back at the vestibule. We are being very roguelike.
Boring.
Right. Trophy room. Can't get through there. Search the rooms in the upper guest wing. Whispering elf.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Okay. I'm gonna get so lost, right? So, that's where the upper level is, and over here, and here. Right. So I guess we'll go back up to where we were. We just went round in a big circle.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Back upstairs. Hala statue. Scandalous bribe. I need to be quicker. How many more do I need? Oh, good. Negotiations. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know the weapon at Brianna's disposal could not only turn the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to Orlais than anything else. If you and I work together, we can wrest control from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible. Gaspard. Gosh. Okay. Back down, I guess. I don't have any more coins to toss, do I?
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Oh, crumbs. Right, I need to find how to get to this purple area.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the council.
Oop, that's another whispering elf.
Inquisitor Llewellyn. Don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck.
Ooh,
Not one elf's gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this filly, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me, right?
Ooh.
You are too kind, Inquisitor.
More approval. 50, we're on 50. Right, and we need to find a place to let's speak to this person.
Inquisitor Lavellan, is there something I can do for you? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
Ooh, interesting. Are you recording the ball?
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh yes, this is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
What are your duties?
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Enjoy the party.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
So, I need to find somewhere to, well, maybe through here. It feels like it's going well. It's going okay, maybe, but,
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke
I'm sure I'm getting lost.
His own uncle.
Germain
I'm
bore his
missing
nephew's
things.
spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Okay, let's use the main entrance to the ballroom. Let's look out here. Cylinder seal.
Well, well. What's this?
Ooh, investigation clues. Clara, kitchen staff, entered servants' wing by main stair 1:30. Vernon, undergardener, entered servants' wing from hall 2:45. Sophie, chambermaid, entered servants' wing from hall 3:22. Marius, footman, entered servants' wing by main stair 3:45. Briala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong. Okay. I just feel like I'm missing things, you know?
I don't like that.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
As he does.
Okay.
Maker, if I have to clean up another puddle...
I should get back to the ballroom.
Interesting.
What is interesting? Is this going to be interesting whispers or not?
Good to know.
It is interesting whispers, good. Right, how do I get back to the... There's the whispering elves again. Right. Back to the ballroom, if I can.
That would be the second bell.
This is the...
Fashionably late now.
Yes. After each stage you get more stuff.
Well,
okay.
well. What have we here?
There's so many things to think about.
The leader of the new Inquisition.
In this quest.
Fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress
Morrigan,
Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Okay. Is the Empress safe now?
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why do you protect her?
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill him?
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
I know what door it opens.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Okay. Let's go to the Grand Ballroom. I agree, Star danced.
Is that the Inquisitor? Do you think
think she's pretty.
Greet the Empress's ladies in waiting.
Marcelin, Comte de Travers and his wife, Lady Elodie, patroness of the artist Chantal Valroyot, and Sir Bastien Vauquelin.
I still
Shall we
remember
speak
the
to
day
Vivienne
they
again?
came to tell me that my second husband...
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Okay.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia, I
Mistress
swore off
Nightingale,
marriage
what a
forever.
pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the chateau to see the girls. They will be overjoyed.
Oh, I've missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11. And already up to my elbow. Oh, how they grow.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent. Now I must dance with the Dowager. It was lovely to see you, my dear.
Okay. Let's speak to Liliana, I guess.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
Shoes?
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
Okay.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Good. Right. I'm just going to check what we need to do because I'm losing track completely. Right, so we have the servants' quarters. We're definitely doing that. And we also need to talk to people. The ladies in waiting and Brianna. I guess we should do that now.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course.
It's not very nice.
Celine has something up her sleeve.
Yeah, I'm completely lost.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I found something.
My investigations turned up something interesting.
Oh. It's about Gaspard.
It concerns the Grand Duke.
He threatened the council.
He's made a lot of threats to the Council of Heralds.
The Grand Duke is all talk, Inquisitor.
Very loud talk, accompanied by swords. He has never had any skill at the game.
This one?
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Olesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfells. And she throws the best parties.
Okay. Can I ask about the talks?
I'd like to know more about the negotiations.
What are Celine's goals?
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
Okay. Tell me about the leaders.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp.
He's also fiendishly charming.
Lady Briala has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better.
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienages.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
I think we should go and talk to her.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Okay.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
Can I ask about the talks?
I want to know more about the peace talks.
Tell me about the leaders.
What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
Okay. I want to know more about you.
I had a question about you, Briala.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
You and Celine were lovers?
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How was an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
That's honest.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
Okay. I have learned some things.
You might be interested in what I've found.
Ooh, which one? How am I doing this?
It's about you, actually.
Ambassadors.
You murdered negotiators and stole their documents.
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder and intrigue barely count as trying. If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden all over the palace.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
Okay.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Oh, 76 approval. Crumbs. Right, so I need to go to the servants' quarters. There's so much to think about all of the time.
Duke Gaspar.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have
Is
been
it
wise
true
what
the Inquisitor was handed out of the Faith by Andraste?
One of the more complicated bits.
Where are Alban and Colette?
Do I have to go outside? So I'm going there. Looks like I'm going outside.
Girls, is that Marquis Etienne? His fiendishly handsome.
I'm glad you have all this well in hand. I wouldn't go that far. Right. Any more secrets we can pick up here before we go in? This is where I stand, isn't it? Nope, no more. Enter the servants' quarters. Let's save quickly.
This could be worth checking out.
It could, indeed. Let's do this. Probably going to go down again, my approval. While we're here. Let's have a look at this corpse. Open the inventory and move into equip weapons and armor. Let's do that first then. Right. So, I need a weapon. Gonna need to do all of this myself. And I guess I should give myself me armor as well. Right. Solus, you require your armor. And your weapons. The good thing is that I don't lose approval in the inventory screen, so that's something. I know, it's the only part of the game where it doesn't do it automatically and we have to like re-equip everything and it's very inconvenient. I don't want to be fussing about with this. I want to be looking at that corpse. But instead I'm here giving people helmets who already have helmets. Right. Friday evening and wanting to go home is not an excuse, BioWare. Exactly. What's happening? Thanks for the raid. Right. Let's do this. Everybody has what they need now, hopefully. Thanks for the raid, Rage Plague. I almost finished that auto-equip script. Oh, okay, shuts off computer. Right, let's save quickly. And let's look at this corpse.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Okay. Let's go have a look. Where are the things that I want? Let's loot very quickly. Pick up battered journal. Diary of a Nosy Servant. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of chevaliers, the 5th Undergardener and one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. Interesting. Lots of dead people around here. Yep, it's a good job we're equipped. Right. Let us continue. The gardens. Don't want to... Oh.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
Is that the Chalon family crest? What have you been up to, Gaspard?
Time to have a word with the Duke.
Things are happening.
Venatori agent!
This is much more my speed. Don't have to be polite to people, we can just attack them. Just came in with a raid, and hopefully those that come from my channel will join shortly. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
I always love that shot that is like their album cover shot. Yeah, there's some good... let's go this way. Loot. Don't mind if I do. Ah, okay, I should politely be stabbing them. Okay. I guess I need to go up. I need to go up. Excuse me, this is not the time. The most polite stabbing, that's me. Ooh, more. Let's stealth it up this time. Take them by surprise. Ow. Exactly. Stab first and then apologise after. That's the way we do it at the Winter Palace. Right. Loot. Very quick looting. Because we're losing our court approval. More loot. Right. Now where? This looks promising. Grand apartments, right. More loot. I can see that Dorian can level up, but for some reason, I feel like I should be rushing at the moment, so I'm not doing it. Supplies, that's always good. More. Stealth it up. Yeah, the approval is going down, but not too quickly, which is good. Still on 73. So it's only gone down like 3, I think. Since I started. Could be worse. Now I'm on 72. Right. More loot. I have a lot of time, yeah.
Let's look around.
There's something about seeing the clock ticking, more or less, you know, so to speak, that just makes me want to rush and get everything done real quickly. It's doing that thing again where it says to read, but there's nothing to read. So, that's great. You get 45 approval during the board and another 30 for coins, letters. Ah, okay. We should be okay then, even if we go down real low. Let's see. Doesn't help that I just have no sense of direction, so... Let's see if we can actually read this. Jeshavi, mother of Orlais, it is said we owe much to the sons of betrayal. 3 brothers were charged with girding against an imperium in wait, and in mourning Andraste, we tribes of the Crescent willingly bartered diversity for solidarity. Tevinter would not be defeated in Our Lady's lifetime, but would be balanced against our lifetimes to come. While a son of betrayal named the fields Orlais, it was Jeshavi, his wife, who shaped what we are. Her hatreds were older, bounded to tradition. All our hatreds were abandoned, so we could call strangers kin and stand as one against the imperium. Greater her spite for how necessary the cost, because she knew we had a choice in that day, or no choice the next. She brought the marriage that wed tribe within tribe, but promised an untold vengeance of her own. If we stand against outsiders, we stand for ourselves. She would not suffer the rule of Alamari, son or no son of betrayal or profit. Jeshavi plied another against brother in turn, then named both as partners in crimes against faith. With artful turns she invited invasion, then crafted rebellion against the court she inspired. Brother would kill brother and be killed in turn, 2 liberations that she would then own. 8 generations before the Empire, before Dracon, here were the seeds of elegance to come. It is elegance. I thought it would be allegiance, but it's elegance. Jeshavi, twice married to sons of betrayal, twice widowed, our first chieftain born from us, or what would become true Orlais, where we venerate faith and the beauty of sacrifice with daggers well hidden but well within reach. It is true we owe much to the sons of betrayal, for they were the tools that a master cast down. Let others claim credit for birthing the nation. Jeshavi claims nothing and gave us the game. There we go. Oh, crumbs. This text was translated from something, a highly romanticized account of the first Gioja, or female chieftain, of the unified Syrian tribes of Orlais. The region and people would later coalesce under Dracon into the modern nation of Orlais. Many cultural distinct communities were forcibly merged during the rule of Mafarath and his sons, ostensibly to create more efficient barriers against the likelihood of a Tevinter return to conquest. The effects of this relocation can still be observed in many Orlesian, Navaran and Free Marcher traditions. William, a bard. Yep, I was going to say the clock must stop during our reading, because otherwise I think we would have just lost so much approval. Right. Where on earth are we now? Another blighter falls. Right. Winter Palace, the grand apartments. This wing once served as a home away from home for members of House Valmont's 4 Cadets branches. But it has fallen into disuse since Emperor Florian's reign. The late Emperor would not allow relatives more distant than his siblings into the Winter Palace. For years, the entirety of the grand apartments was closed off. Yeah, we'd be in so much trouble if it didn't stop when we were reading, because I am a reader. Right, I need more Hala statues. No. Right. I always need more Hala statues. Doomed, I tell you. Oh, more. That was a bit of a late stealth. I think they'd already seen me by the time I'd stealth. Excellent timing. I've gone down on health a bit. But everything is okay. I'll just use my companions to deal with those ones and loot. Because I have my priorities and I don't want to waste time. Ooh, a Hala statuette. Okay. Looks like a cutscene is happening.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Hello. It's not letting me do anything. Okay, it's not letting me use the wheel. That's always great. Give me one moment. There we go.
Ambassador,
I unplugged it and plugged it back in
Your
again.
reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out.
So the
It'll take a
controller
month to
stopped
get all the
working.
Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
I found him dead. That's a known bug, you have to restart. Okay. Do you think it's okay now because it's working, or do you still think I need to restart?
Gaspard killed him, I think. The knife has a Chalon crest on the hilt.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing
It's not
a
happened to
council
me before,
emissary,
actually.
Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Warn Celine.
The Empress needs
Ah,
to
on
know
PC
what's
you have to
going
restart
on.
the game.
You can try to warn her. She won't believe anything from me. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You paint a pretty picture.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Yeah, hopefully my controller-based solution has solved the problem. Right. It looks like we are... Oh, excuse me. Oh no, it's gone. It's gone again. Having trouble with my controller. Right, what else am I doing? That, return to the ballroom, and return to the ballroom, okay. Just want to see if there's anything fun this way. Shall I just jump down? Okay. Hello, Marvel Maven. Good to see you.
Come to your death!
Yeah, all that experience in Tomb Raider casting. I hope it's not a controller problem, because it's the second time in a few minutes that I suddenly lost the ability to use the controller. So that's not great. I have saved, so that's something. Right, let's continue. Elven agent.
We are in your debt, Inquisitor. We'll hold the area.
Thank you. Ooh, dear.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
My CPU just crashed. Anything happened in the last few minutes? We met Briala again. And, we attacked some people. And now we're going back to the ballroom. So, I think that's just what you missed whilst investigating the servants' quarters. And also my controller stopped working twice, so I'm hoping that it's the bug that Melissa was talking about and that it's not my controller. Yep, some polite stabbing and controller issues, exactly. That's a good summary of what's just happened. Explore the trophy room. There's the bell again.
Interesting.
Ambassador.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
People exaggerate.
Some of those might have gone a bit far.
I told you, Philippe. Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
You should talk to Cullen.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Yes.
Philippe, the world is
Sure,
coming
nothing
to
will
an end.
happen.
If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor.
Court approval,
Let's go.
good.
I should look around.
You should look around, definitely, I agree. Love me some Dragon Age with my morning coffee. That sounds good. That sounds like a good plan. It is Saturday afternoon here. Right. Pick up orders. Philippe, move in on the western wing of the palace when I send you 3 shots of brandy, not taking any chances. Pick up another Hattler statue. Wonderful. Right, what else? I am a rogue, I can do that. And now I need a coffee. Don't ignore the bell. Yes, I don't want to ignore the bell. Oops. I'll have to do this later. This is a good point. I need to get back to the ballroom. And a coin. Okay. Grand ballroom. I'm not the belle of the ball yet. No.
Inquisitor
But
Lavelle.
maybe eventually, we'll
we
see.
met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
May I help you?
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Let's dance.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
10 approval. Oh.
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our
Now you
civil
get to see
war?
my wonderful dancing. This one?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
I can agree with that.
I think I can agree with that, yes.
Then you have lifted a terrible burden from my heart, Inquisitor. The world is filled with doubt and uncertainty.
Oh, I
Fear
don't want to be
rules
too
more
direct
hearts
or
than
blunt in
any
my
empire.
actions.
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace.
Didn't think
you
I was
are a
very blunt
curiosity
at
to
all.
many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Tightrope. Which am I to you?
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
Yep, Josie.
A little of both, actually.
Teaching me
This evening is of great
dancing on the
importance,
side.
Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
Oh, crumbs. Oh, this is fun. I like this one. I'm not sure if it's great, but it's a fancy dialogue option. I like fancy dialogue options.
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
Okay, court approval 5. That's okay. I can deal with that.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I have noticed that.
I have seen a few signs to that effect.
Good. Good. Court approval 5. And a dip.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
Let's see what my approval... 100! We got it. We got the 100 approval.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
It's a nice change.
It's a relief to do something other than fight demons and horrors.
You still face demons and horrors. These ones are simply better dressed.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Well, all of these things.
I found Gaspard's knife in the lower levels, used to kill a man. His sister confirms he's the traitor.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
Always reply with a question or say nothing. Use the fluffy reply of a politician. Yep, that's the secret to diplomacy. Never say anything too exciting, too interesting. I don't want to die. What do you mean?
You have an idea, Leliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
What is the best path?
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I think we save the Empress. The stability. I agree with Josephine.
We came here to save Celine.
Then you must not only save her life, but also her empire.
That means giving her a victory over both Gaspard and Briala.
If there truly is proof Gaspard's in league with Corypheus, that would be a start.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Okay. Now I'm going to get lost again, looking for something else. I wanted to choose myself, but the game never lets me. Yeah, that's a flaw. We should... The Inquisitor should, She got it covered. It'll be fine. Ooh, there's a thing. A compendium of Orlesian theatre. The most unusual part of Orlesian theatre, appropriately enough, revolves around our southern neighbours' love of masks. Every actor wears a mask, and every mask follows a hierarchy of shape and colours that indicates to the audience the character's importance. Half-face green masks indicate a leading male role, for example, while half-face purple masks are for primary female characters. Full white masks are reserved for roles of no clear gender, such as spirits, except for demons, whose masks must always be black and red. Further complicating matters for those new to Orlesian theatre, an actor's race or sex has no bearing on the parts they can play. If a director believes they can sell the part, men can play dowagers, women can play dukes, and even an elf can play a king. Once donned, the mask is understood to be absolutely them. None of the actors I spoke to could explain to me the history behind this tradition, but bristled when I suggested other nations find it strange. There is a strong bond of trust between Orlesian theatre troupes and their viewers. Indeed, I have rarely attended such attentive audiences than in Val Royeaux. It is my guess that Orlesians, surrounded as they are by masks in their daily lives, both require and fully respect a place where the objects boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. Boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. An appendix at the back of this volume lists the appearance and meanings of Orlais theatrical masks. These conventions are vital to understanding the history of its finest theatre, a journey I hope you will find as rewarding as I have. That was interesting. I like the sound of this theatre. Yeah, I have never chosen Briala. I agree, it doesn't make that much sense. I mean, I am an elf, but I feel like it wouldn't be the best for the Empire. No one would accept an elf as the Empress. It would cause an awful lot of trouble. Right, find material in the Royal Wing to blackmail Gaspard. Find material in the Royal Wing to blackmail Briala. That was interesting, I agree. Right, we have a lot to do. And I'm gonna look at the map quickly to check that I'm doing it right. Hi, Grey Ghosto. Grey Ghost. Oh. Let's save quickly. Right. Am I going this way? I have 100 approval. I don't want to lose it. But I'm going to have to... Oh.
Interesting.
Whispering. I want eavesdrop again. Anything interesting? Is this good whispering?
Boring.
No, bad whispering. We don't like that whispering. Yeah, if I assume that if I go away again, I will lose it. Grey. Cool. Perfect. That is easier for me, so I am very happy to go with that. Grey. Right, let's have a wee look around. Oh, here we go again with these weapons and armour. Excuse me for a moment while I equip everybody with things that they should already have. Shall I just keep... I was gonna say that I'll just keep them in their clothes, but I worried that I had low health towards the end of the last battle, so maybe that's not a very safe idea. Okay. Approval goes down again, but we get more later. Cool. We can do this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, hang on. It looks like the weapon... It looks like the armor's already equipped. Oh, it looks like the armor's already equipped. It's just the weapons that we might have trouble with. Let's see. Let's just check. No, it's already equipped. Maybe it's just because maybe it was just me who has to re-equip everything. No, Vivienne also doesn't have her weapons. This is weird. Some of us have our weapons still, some of us do not. Let's just check on Vivienne's armour. I don't trust it at all. That's fine. That's fine. Dorian, I'm just gonna check because I'm really worried now. Okay, everything is fine. Let's save. Some of them have gone and got dressed without you helping. Exactly, yeah. Ooh, a secret love letter. Perfect. For every whisper gossip we get +1 later. Okay. We're getting a fair amount of it. Not the most, but we're doing okay. We've done more than I've done better than I've done some playthroughs, and I've still managed to get reasonable... Oh dear. Where is this coming from? Oh, that was fun.
Oh, thank you.
Are you hurt?
Are you all right? I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala sent you here?
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
We need lots of information.
Is there anyone
I'm
else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
Anything else I should ask?
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florianne?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Okay. What were you looking for?
What were you trying to find in Florianne's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
And how did you get in?
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
You were brave.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Briala's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Can you testify to that?
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Most Orlesians would say that's Celine's scandal, not Briala's.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Cullen's had a lot to do. A distraction for guards. Popular with the ladies. And now he's got an elf to look after. Right. Oh, Hala statuette. Now I'm off this direction, I guess. Still on 100 court approval, that's always good. Locked from the other side, perfect. Ooh, another Hala statuette. I'm doing good at the Hala statuettes. Normally I end up with about 3. I'm not very good at finding them. What have we here? Scandalous testimony. 99 court approval. Right. So, I can't get in here. So, how do I get there?
I'm thinking trap. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Okay.
Inquisitor,
we put
what a
armor
pleasure.
on.
I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
Here for another dance.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Anything we should ask? Probably about Corypheus.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Okay. Why help?
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world?
Very glad I wore
I
the
admit,
armor.
I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
And what do you get out of this?
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
It's not too late to end this.
You don't have to go through with
she
this,
should
Florian.
stand still.
There's still time to
Everyone
turn
should
back.
stand still in battle.
Oh, my dear
I agree.
Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Ooh, fun. That was good, I like that. I'm the only melee attacker. Don't run away from me. Let's stop the rift quickly. I might be attacked during it, but it could be helpful. Right. Who else? Who should I be attacking now? Oh. Let's disrupt the rift quickly then. Okay, that's good. I always feel better when I'm not the only one up close to any sort of attacker. Disrupt the rift again. I know it's been a while since we've had a rift actually. This is true. Close the Fade Rift. Find material in the royal wing to blackmail Gaspar. Okay. Oh.
Andraste's tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
You're safe. Or those were in fact demons. No, just you're safe.
No more demons. It's safe.
Maker? I've never seen one that close before. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Oh, I assume this is the information we require.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
I want you to work for me.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game.
I thought I recognized
Anything's
his
better than
voice.
this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
That would be good. Maybe not the latter, though. Okay, return to Cullen with the information gathered. Loot. Anything else? Gosh, I'm getting lots of power. But I should probably get a move on. Ooh, but a lot of gold. 189 gold there. Is it this way? No. Oh dear.
Get ready!
More people to attack. Still on 99 court approval. It's not bad, considering how long we've been out here. Whoops. It's difficult to see where that is. Right. Little bit more loot, and then it looks like we're going to Cullen. Somebody else. Go more into them because it's sort of got a weird bottleneck thing happening that isn't nice. Right. Oh, it looks like they're still battling, but I'll just stay here. Okay. Let us continue, but let us loot first. A compendium of Orlesian theatre. Ah. Lady Cramousy. The body is not yet cold. Someone in this mansion killed Lord Carcass. Blanche the chambermaid. Maker's mercy, there's a murderer among us. Indraste, take it. The woman's right. How do we proceed? We must search for some hint as to how the foul deed was done. With gusto, if one goes by the amount of blood on the walls. Blanche fates. Death in the mansion. Incredibly, this enjoyable, if somewhat predictable melodrama begat a storm of debate. At the end of the piece, the murderer of Lord Carcass changes into a villain's mask before giving an elaborate confessional speech. At the time, masks in Orlesian theatre were fixed to each role. Plays were written with the assumption that the masks gave audiences vital information a play's characters might not possess. Death in the Mansion ignored this implicit contract, shocking the audiences at the time. Armand was nearly destroyed by the attacks on Death in the Mansion by both her theatregoers and Orlesian critics. Many accused her of an unforgivable violation of the spirit of the theatre. A vogue for false face stories caught on among the foremost writers of the time, however, and today Armand's techniques are seen as wholly unremarkable. It only goes to show how easily the alchemy of time shifts the outrageous into the everyday. Interesting. Ooh. Nope. Ooh. Requires more Halla statuettes. I don't think I'm ever going to be doing anything with these Hadda statuettes the way that I'm going. Right, where on earth am I? This is a labyrinth. Ah, Grand Ballroom. I guess this is where I'm going.
What?
Time-wise, this is going well.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Either publicly expose the Duchess's crimes to the court, avoiding further bloodshed, or allow the Empress to die before dealing with the Duchess. Let's definitely not do that one. Or detain the Duchess, save Celine's life, then deal with the Duchess. Yeah, we haven't changed clothes, actually. Detain... Ooh, which of these two shall I do? I think this one's dramatic. I think this one. Avoid further bloodshed.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
Solus, Dorian, Ironbowl, and Blackwall.
There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor?
You should turn yourself in.
I'm giving you a chance to end this peacefully. There's no need for more death. Corypheus is only using you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You've already forgotten trying to kill me in the garden just a moment ago? You arranged for your brother to be at the ball so everyone would be watching him while you carried out your plan. So when the council emissary stumbled into the wrong room and found your assassins, you could pin the blame on Gaspard. The Empress, your brother, and the entire court all here as your guests. A tempting target for Corypheus.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Oh, I've changed now. Which is interesting. Right, I don't think killing the Duchess would be great in the middle of the ballroom.
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace.
Solus, Dorian,
You're just the
Ironbowl, and
last to find
Blackwall
out.
approve again. And Sarah and Cole. Okay.
Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent, and failing.
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Right, so... either use the evidence gathered about Gaspard to support Briala, or reveal evidence of Gaspard's crimes to the Empress. I'm not supporting Briala. Let's do this.
Your captain tells me you spent all night sneaking mercenaries into the palace, Gaspard. You intended to attack.
And where did your troops come from, Inquisitor? If sneaking men into the palace is damning, then we are both damned.
Oh dear, all of these things. Your mercenary swears it.
I have the word of your mercenary captain. He'll testify that you intended to attack tonight.
Hired thugs. I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
By all means, continue to protest your innocence, Gaspard. We find this performance endlessly fascinating.
He murdered an emissary. That's quite bad.
He also murdered a council of heralds emissary. I found the body and his knife in the servants' quarters.
I have done no such thing.
His men infiltrated the ball.
He also ordered his general to sneak troops into the Winter Palace.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Oh dear. This is tricky. Do I try to spare his life? Do I implicate Briala now? Will I have the opportunity to implicate her later if I do not implicate her now?
You have enough proof to dissolve his support for the throne, Your Majesty. You don't need to take his life.
As a favor to you, Inquisitor, I will let him live. Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire on pain of death.
Is that all? You're too kind, Celine.
Not sure if that was a good decision, but it's the decision we're
Thank
going
you,
with.
Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Yeah, meeny miny mo. Oh,
You have done a
Cora's not
service for the
happy.
Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this. Nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again.
Yeah,
Those who
only
drove
Cole
us into
so
war
far.
for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais.
Yeah, it could
We
have
have
been worse.
lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
I guess the peace speech would be good.
Ending the war was the first step. Our final goal must be peace for all Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor.
Very
We
short
of the
speech.
court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field. But that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I always start drinking when I need to do something. Right. They ran out of punch.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison
No
to the
time to
Inquisition.
prepare, exactly.
Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
No. Let's welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
That you will.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
I am fine.
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
Tonight was a triumph. You should be proud. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
I'm ready to go home.
It's time to head back to Skyhold.
Of course. It will be good to go home.
That should have been Solus. I guess I'm not far enough into the romance for that to have happened. But Josephine is good also. So, exciting. We did the whole quest. I thought it would eat into the next stream, but it did not. Although I didn't do a lot of things. Like, there were a lot of things that I didn't do. Which is always the case in this quest. I mean, as we were touching on before, it's difficult to do a lot of things.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please,
Timer is disturbing.
may I have a word with you?
Let's be nice.
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need them?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Phaedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
What are you saying?
I don't understand. What is it you're asking of them?
We need them to serve as candidates for the role of Divine. Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late Divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
I'd have to let them decide.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
We did it. Right. So, yeah, normally, I mean, I guess spoiler alert, but not really a spoiler alert because we've just done the thing, but normally at the end of Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, if you're romancing a character, you would dance with them at the end, but I guess because we only just started the romance, maybe not. Maybe there's a certain point you have to reach. But that was fun. I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't sure that we'd get to the end today, but we have, and I feel like next time we can level up, because I need to level up, and we can talk to everybody once again. It'll be another wandering around Skyhold, talking to our companions for a bit, having nice fun cutscenes, hopefully, and then go to the war room, I guess, to speak to the advisors in the war room, and continue on with the adventure. But for now, I can't save, which is always worrying. I have 18 power, so that's not too bad. I gained quite a bit. Let's save quickly. I know, it's almost 5 PM, perfect timing for the end. Yeah, I think it's too early in your relationship, or Solus is just stubborn. Yeah, I've definitely danced with Solus before at the ball, so I think it's just because I normally start romancing characters a bit earlier, but left it quite late this time. So yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just too early in the relationship. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for your company, watching me play and joining me in the chat. I hope you had a nice Saturday afternoon, or Saturday morning, I guess, depending on time zones and stuff. Your streaming timing has been so good recently. I agree, actually, unintentionally. And thanks for the raid as well. That was fun. I've not had a raid before. What else? Oh yeah, I won't have my normal Monday stream, unfortunately, because I am out. So it's only 2 streams next week. So I'll be picking up with Dragon Age Inquisition on Wednesday at 8 AM my time. So maybe see you then if you are around. Oh, my TV is about to go on to standby, and that would be bad. Because I haven't touched it in 3 hours, I guess. Yeah, so my next stream will be Wednesday morning at 8 AM. If anybody is around and fancies joining me for some more fun in Thedas. And I will be back at this time next Saturday as well. So only 2 streams next week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you're up to. And yes, have a great day. We did it. We did the whole quest. I'm really happy. And we got to 100, although I'm not sure what we were on at the end. But we got to 100. Great. Have a great evening. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.